Good morning, everybody, and welcome to What's Beth Doing? Hey, well, she's out lugging her big old self down 2 miles to get her walking in for the day. But I want to talk to you about something that is kind of near and dear to my heart. That I was on Facebook last night and watched one of these ladies' videos, and she said something that me and my husband had actually talked about maybe a week ago, and it just really, I don't want to say hits a nerve with me, but I feel very strongly about it. And I know I might could get a lot of backlash from liberated women. Oh my goodness. But I wanted to talk to you about women staying at home and not working. Oh my gosh, is that a sin? No, honey, it's what we were designed for. It's what God made us for. So I'm going to turn my camera around. Now maybe I'll just leave you sitting here watching me walk. But I feel like women should stay home. I feel like that is when the downfall of our families as we know it today, from what maybe families were in the 40s, 30s, 40s, and 50s, and back further, used to be the wife, the mom, she held the family together. Now she still does, but she was at home. She was the one correcting her kids. She was the one influencing her kids. She was the one keeping the family together, making the meals, taking care of the home. All that is a complete full job in itself, and I know all you ladies know that. But when you put your kids in daycare and let other people raise them, that's why we're at where we're at today. You don't have that close relationship with your husbands and your kids that people had back in the day. I am on a road, so here comes a car. Oh, it's my mail lady. It's not here anymore, and our families are falling apart. And there's a reason for that. Satan likes it when the family falls apart. And now I'm not going to go get all religious on you, but you think of how families did back in the day. We went and visited our families. We had get-togethers. Kids were well behaved and well mannered. Families were a whole different animal from the, let's say, early 60s on back than what we have today. And a lot of that stems from taking the moms out of the house and putting her in the work field. I get it. Some of you have no choice but to work. That's fine. I get that. Do the best you can. But some of us really need to look at what we're doing. Take a step back. Do we need that new car? Do we need these fancy clothes? Do we need this? I would think from staying home for the last how many weeks we've been home, you might realize, no, you don't need all that stuff. So to call it something else, but I thought, you're supposed to be a lady. You can't be cussing. You don't need all that crap in your lives. How much have you dressed up? How much jewelry have you put on? How much makeup have you put on? How much have you drove that fancy car in the last 3 weeks? But how much have you enjoyed staying home with your family? How much closer do you feel towards your family since you've been home and just basically being a stay-at-home mom? Now some of you are going, I don't like it. And I get that. Not everybody has the same feelings like I feel like. Before I even got married, I knew I wanted to be a stay-at-home mom. And God blessed me with the opportunity to stay home with my kids. And, sorry, I'm going up a hill. And raise them. And I had two very well-behaved children. They never got in trouble. They mind their manners. And they're great kids. Very proud of them. And I realized that some people can't stand to be home with their families. And that's a sad fact, but it is a fact. But just think about it. How can you rearrange your lives to where you could stay home if you want to. If you truly want to, how can you do it? You can do it. I did it. We decided you buy a cheaper car. You don't do certain things. You don't eat out 5 times a week. There's things you can do. If you sit down and run the numbers, more than likely, either you can stay home. So just give us some thought. Here comes another car. Hold on. Give us some thought, run some numbers, and see if that's something that is feasible to you. I know your family will be blessed. I know you'll be happier. And the more people who do it, now they've been home and realized what they can do and how much your family truly means to them and how much they've missed them and missed being around them for longer periods of time than running in, making dinner, getting everybody's homework done, and throwing them in the bed, and you get up and you do it all over again. Oh my God, I hate that cycle. I hate it, I hate it, I hate it. It makes me crazy. And when my kids were little, and I had my son, and I kept working, and then I went and I had my daughter, and I'm like, I'm not doing this. I want to stay home with my kids. I don't want daycare raising my kids. I had bad experiences with daycare, didn't like them whatsoever. And so we sat down, we ran the numbers and said, we got this, we can do this. And my husband wanted me to stay home and raise the kids and, do that part. And that's what we did. So just like I said, give us some thought, run some numbers, and change your life. Okay, so I had another thought after I clicked off. I'm not going to apologize for being a Christian, because I am, and that's where my thoughts lie. But I thought the other day, and I wanted to share this with you, I thought the other day, you pray all the time for God to come back into the United States, bring us back to where we need to be, make this country great again, and bring people back to their senses. Cut out all the sin and the bad things that us as Americans are doing that we don't need to have in our lives. And I thought, what if COVID is here just to bring families back together, get us back at home, get us functioning as a family unit, and for people to see, hey, we've been missing out on this. We want this. This is what we want in our lives, is to have this stronger family, have more togetherness, have more time together. So what if all this is just part of his plan to bring families back together and to help America become what we need to be as a nation? Just a thought. Thought I'd throw it out there. If you agree with me, great. Love it. If you don't, that's fine too. That's your right. That's our right as an American citizen. That we can think and do most of the things that are legal here in the United States. That's why we have this type of government, and we need to protect that and not let people take our rights away from us. So, that's my last thought. Y'all have a great day, and I'll see you later.